Kia ora, I'm Dean Savage, Tūwhare Toa, Ngāti Awa. I own this business, it's called Dive Tatapoti. We operate a number of activities here. Shark edge diving is our high yield activity, which gives us a lot of attention from markets, and our other activity is stingray feeding.
Kia ora, I'm Chris Savage of Dive Tatapoti. I probably bring more of the office background. I was in insurance for nearly 17 years, so sort of real background is in more office type work, so the nuts and bolts, keeping up with the legislation around running a business, and also a bit of cleaning, cooking, hosting, driving tractors, taking stingray feeding.
Age of 21, I had a factory with 30 odd staff and wanted to export fish to Japan, and so I eventually did that. I run a factory in Gisborne here with exporting sea urchin to Japan, and that exposed me to the international market, international travellers, and from there I got into tourism. For us on the coast here, we are isolated, so it's about playing to our strengths. We have natural resources here. So rather than build a big eye in the sky type activity here, which costs a lot of money, you then need millions of visitors. We tend to go for the niche activities, and you don't need a lot of capital to start those activities. And there are lots of those natural resources around the coast here. Then it's just a matter of then getting the attention of your markets outside of this region. So, you've got to go out there and work to knock on doors, build your profile, and stay in the game long enough for people to have faith in your ability to deliver. We had a few challenges along the way. We had the SARS epidemic that put the brakes on some visitors. We got hit with 9/11, which slowed down certain markets. So one of the things you learn in tourism and in other businesses, you've got to be flexible enough to diversify. If you see obstacles looming, don't be so rigid that you can't change. And we've done that a couple of times. The challenges with the family, I think you need to, because tourism can be all-consuming too, you need to be able to switch off. There are times during the summer when it's 24/7. So you need to be able to leave your business and go and spend quality time with your family. So make sure that you're not indispensable.
You're working together 24/7, you're all together all the time. It's probably one of the biggest challenges. It sometimes means you have to have patience with each other, but in the same token, it's a lifestyle that we live and we love it, and we wouldn't have it any other way. We've been really lucky with a lot of the younger whānau. We've had them come through and spend time with us. Some have come and lived with us for a bit. Some have come and spent time on a daily basis working for us. We've tried to include a lot of the younger whānau members within our business. We want them to be able to feel they can come to us if they need somewhere to be able to further skills, to take them into other jobs that they may be interested in doing.
My wider whānau have a big involvement with our organisation. Whether it be kicking in if we've got a cruise boat, all of a sudden cater for 140 people on an activity. So you've got to pull in people at short notice. So, those whānau connections are really important.
For the younger ones nowadays, some of them don't have the confidence that they need to go out into the job market and things. So something like this, where it's family run, it's got people coming that are of all nationalities, they're not just Kiwis. And so the younger kids can be quite natural around that and build up their confidence, also get in and learn some stuff about the sea.
I'd like to think that I've maybe inspired some members of our whānau to come through and maybe give it a go, because they've got all the skills they need. It's just really just backing themselves. I actually left school with no qualifications, but I was fortunate enough that I had a father that was very positive about things, and he was a real goer. So we were always taught if you're not achieving what you want to achieve, it's because you don't want to. Don't blame anyone else. You obviously don't want it bad enough. So quite a simple philosophy, but it's one that we've all stuck to. So it's worked for us, yeah. Key thing that I've learned in business, do your homework. Legal documents are important, but you also got to have trust in the people around you. It's about identifying those flaws so that if you're not good in certain areas, as part of your discovery, be big enough to admit that you're not the complete package. And nobody is. And so for me along that voyage in business, it's been about that. I make sure I've got good accountancy backup. Because you're not necessarily good with paperwork doesn't mean to say you can't hire someone that is. For Māori, that is a real big challenge, because a lot of Māori are very good frontline people, good at engaging with tourists, but quite often you'll find they'll struggle with the bureaucratic requirements. So make sure you get good infrastructure in place. Have a look at tourism, because tourism has got lots of pathways, from frontline staff to entertainment. You've got activity providers, You get hotel experience if you want. It is such a wide industry that there really is something for everybody in the tourism industry. There's so much there. It's got so much to offer. You've got to love meeting people. And I think for Māori, it's a great industry because Māori are naturally good at that whole manaakitanga. You know, we're great hosts, and it's just a matter of then marrying that up with the discipline of being good at business too.
I think one of the greatest achievements in the business is actually still keeping it going after so many years. I think just as a whole to have kept it all together and to get it to the stage we've got it to today is a big achievement.
From where we first launched it, it's grown quite a bit. The activities changed, the experience has changed. But yeah, we'd really like to have an activity that, you know, if you bumped into someone in another part of the world, they've heard about it or know about it. That's what we aspire to be.
We've done what we set out to do and we've had a lifestyle out of it. We've been able to bring our children up around it and maybe pass it on to our children if that's what they want. I'm never going to necessarily push them into that, but it's there for them if they want it. To see other people enjoying our business and us being able to give them happy memories to take away with them.